Hey guys, this is a video response to the Rational Skeptic and his video, Bad Atheism When Thinking Goes Wrong. Now, I'm pretty sure the title of your video was not intended to sound as if you were telling off a dog, but I think it's quite fitting that way, so I'm going to keep imagining that it was like that. Now, the main point of this video was to say that atheism still requires a degree of belief. And this is because there is no conclusive evidence, conclusive proof of God's existence either way. Now, whereas I agree with the latter half of that statement, I think you got your definitions mixed up in the first half, because you then go on to say that agnosticism is a midway point between atheism and theism. Now, Gnosticism and agnosticism are positions of knowledge. Some would say positions of the ability to have said knowledge. But that's a debate for a later time. Whereas theism and atheism are positions of belief. And belief in itself does not require any faith until you start asserting that you know that your belief is the right one. Then again, it requires knowledge. But the belief in itself does not. To use the example of your atheist YouTuber friend, who will again remain unnamed, to say that I believe that Superman does not exist, again, does not require any faith until I say that I know he doesn't exist, and I base this on no evidence, or at least no conclusive proof. Now, I'm pretty sure that covers everything I want to say about that. However, there was one other point in your video I wanted to touch upon, and that is what seems to be rather popular now on YouTube, which is to try and reject and distance yourselves from, I don't want to call them figureheads or even role models, but well-known members of the atheist community, such as Richard Dawkins. Now, you said that whenever you were essentially a follower of Richard Dawkins, in such that you would quite happily have repeated verbatim what he had said, whether or not you had knowledge of it or not. That you, like many YouTubers on here, would have quite happily stuck your fingers in your ears as soon as the words faith and atheism came out of someone's mouth. And I'm not sure whether you were implying that therefore Dawkins also believed this, but I've heard Dawkins speak many times, obviously not in person. I wish it was in person. I know I'm not a Dawkins fanboy. I just would like to hear the man speak. But I've heard him talk many times, and anytime someone asks whether or not atheism or science requires belief, or is a religion, or requires faith in this case, he says that he doesn't like to associate the word faith with science or atheism, not because he doesn't think it applies, but because it has been hijacked by religion. He comes up to a similar conclusion that I do, that belief in itself does not require faith. It is not until you start asserting it as fact or knowledge that it requires faith. Okie-doke. I hope that has pretty much covered everything, and I hope to hear back from you. And to everyone else, see you later.